Hello guys, one and all, welcome back to another Average Shaman video. Now, since reset, I have been doing keys. Not too many high keys, but the point is that today's video is we are going to be discussing the double legendaries, the builds, what to play, what not to play, what conduits, what talents, what stats, what blah, 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 fucking everything. Everything. Now, there is some good videos out there, but as far as I can tell, no one is going to cover the breadth that I am. They're just saying, yeah, this covenant, whatever. So, grab yourself a good cup of tea or a coffee, because we're going to be a fucking while. Well, we're not going to actually be that long. But anyway, just before I get into the grand scheme of the video, guys, bit of a disclaimer. Thank you for my YouTube followers. I am up to 140 now as of this video, which is absolutely brilliant. If you do like my content, bit of a cheeky like, bit of a cheeky follow. And I do have Twitch and Discord servers as well, guys. So click on the link on my YouTube and join me on Twitch. But, right. That is the soppy stuff out of the way. We are going to be talking so far about Vhenfir and the builds and the double legendaries. Right, your Vhenfir builds. I'm not going to get too much into like the ingoings and outgoings because I've already done videos like that. And to be honest, at this point, I think everyone pretty much knows. So, at the minute I am going for the Witch Doctor's Wolfbones. As always, guys, Witch Doctor's Wolfbones is really good in both single target and AoE, because your wolves basically do all your damage. Your main stats you want to be going are haste, mastery for this build, little bit of crit, versatility as well, but mainly you want to go haste, mastery. My stats are thus on the thing: 33%, 60% mastery. Apart from that, from what I've found, it does reasonably good damage. Roundabout towards the end of the key, I was roughly doing about 11k. You know, like I think it's going to get more out of tyrannical weeks. But it's nice. It feels good. It's very repetitive. You know, it's very good. Apart from that, I have now got my new Unity belt 291. I've not really gemmed it or anything, but the main power is this. Up to 5 friendly targets healed by Chain Harvest will have Riptide cast upon them. That's really good. It helps our healing logs, and our healing logs are looking really good. Pretty much, I don't really, from my facts and figures here, I've never really had anything higher than the 2k healing log. It's usually, my highest was 1.8, which still is 1.8 healing that the healer doesn't really have to do, so it's really nice. And up to 5 targets damaged by Chain Harvest will have Flame Shock cast on them. Flame Shock critical strikes reduce the cooldown of Chain Harvest. Now, there is some people that say, you know, go the crit build with Skybreakers on the chest, and I have done it. It's fun, but apart from DPS wise, you are going to struggle to do more DPS than the other builds out there. It's really good, but really, Chain Harvest doesn't really do that much damage. In comparison, a lot of people say, oh, like, you know, I've had videos and even comments on my videos where people have been like, but Chain Harvest will do more damage than the Kyrian Vesper Totem. It does not. From my experience, it just doesn't. The Vesper Totem will annihilate Chain Harvest DPS wise. So personally, I think going purely into the Skybreakers is, yeah, it's fun in a 15. I did mine on the 15. It was really fun. I had a lot of good, you know, vibes on it. I was just pissing my sides with the amount of bloody Chain Harvest and the amount of healing I could do. So it was nice. If you're up for a fun night, then go Skybreakers. But you're not really going to be pushing any keys using that build. I just can't see it. You're just not. Even from my preliminary testing from reset, you're just not. I'm not going to say it's not viable, but there's more viable builds. In terms of Lava Lash, now this is going to be the beautiful thing. This little primal lava actuators, and you're probably thinking, whoa, Average Shaman, you haven't done the conduits and talents yet. And let's be honest, if you're going to run Vhenfir, you're going to run the same bloody conduits, and you're going to run the same bloody talents. So, easy. talents are this: Lashing Flames, Hot Hands, Spirit Wolves, Fire Nova, Nature's Guardian, H&O, Sundering, and Elemental Spirits. Pretty much it. In terms of Soulbind, you are going to go Theatar because of this Soothing Shade. Your spells and damage have a chance to call Tubbins and Grubbins to your side for 12 seconds, Parasol in hand. Standing in the shaded area grants 550 mastery. Oh, if you stand in that shade and then use a Fire Nova, oh my god, the damage you deal. Or even if you just whack it out some Lava Lashes on a boss. Amazingly bump. After that, you are going to go to a Magma Fist, then you are going to go to the left hand side, High Voltage, because this is now one of our high priority conduits. You're going to go in the middle there for Lava Harvest, then you're going to go right, because life is but an appetizer while you are well fed. Gain 60 Speed and 60 Avoidance is quite tasty. And then obviously going into party favours with this little thing, you know, is absolutely lovely. Mad Theatar is the Duke. You can either get haste, crit, or verse, or even agility. You want to basically get crit or haste, but crit is rather nice because it's a 4-hour buff to crit. That's bloody lovely. But going into the damage, this is the most damage I have done from this build. It trumps not. Most of our builds are really close together, like ridiculously close together. Anyone that says, oh, you'll do like 2k more with this build and 2k more with that build, from my own experience, I've got to call bullshit. Like, unless you've got your 2 set or your 4 set, you know, I've got no set bonus at the minute, so my damage is kind of bare bones and only going off rotation and my stats. And personally, a lot of the builds, even from different Covenant builds, bear in mind guys, are very close together. You can push into the 13-14k. I'm not saying you can't, but what I am saying is that you need a tank that can, 1, get aggro, keep aggro, and 2, allow you to just go mad with the Fire Novas and stuff like that. So keep that in mind. I'm not saying that you can't, but it's very limiting. With the Lava build, I did about 12.4k damage in a holes, bear in mind guys, but I did not get a single bat. My DPS was not, pardon me, padded by the boss damage, i.e. from the bats. It was not, because the tank was of Emfear and he grabbed them all, so it just helped me out because then I could just focus on doing whatever. You know, as I said, your chain harvest is off. Pretty much the most I had to wait was about a minute. So that just tells you that every pack or every other pack you've got a chain harvest. The only advice I would give you is if it's a fresh pack, you don't really have to panic about getting your Lava Lashes out, because what I do is I'll put a Lava Lash and then I'll put a Flame Shock, a Lava Lash, I'll spread that just naturally. Then after that I'll go into Chain Lightning, Storm Strike. If I've got 5 Maelstrom, I will go straight into Chain Harvest, and then once I've Chain Harvested, that's when I pop off the big Fire Nova. It just helps. It feels nice. For me, that's the way I do it. Other people might recommend it differently. Totally up to you. Do your own research and then you do you, buddy. But I recommend doing it that. The healing I did was 1.1k. The only thing I can say with the Lava Lash and doing this is make sure the tank has fucking aggro. You can pull aggro like a mother with this build, because you're just Lava Lashing like a good un. Because, you know, as soon as you get that Lava Lash, even that Chain Harvest going, you've just got ticks going off. Your Lava Lash is off cooldown like this, and your UI is going, use me. You know, the little fiery little half circles that are on the side of your character, they will just be blinking at you, and you'll be just lacking it, and you'll just get, it's beautiful. But yeah, Doom Winds in regards to Venfear. Again, the only thing with Venfear, if you're going to go Doom Winds, I would say kind of don't. But I did tell you about with it. Then you would go Forceful Winds, you would go Storm Flurry. I still think you would go Fire Nova personally, because I fucking hate Hailstorm, but you can if you want, or you can go Elemental Assault. Ascendance really is very niche now. It's very niche. It doesn't really, it does stack with Doom Winds. I'm not saying that it doesn't, but I would still use Elemental Spirits, especially once you've got that 2 set, guys. You are just never going to touch Ascendance, because it's just taking too much away from your passive damage that your wolves can deal by being enhanced and thus boosting you. But if you're gonna go Doom Winds, I would go Nadia, and then like it's on the thing. You got your lash, you got your chain harvest. You go to the left again. You got your focus lightning, and then instead of the crit for the magma fish, you got unruly winds. It's pretty much it. Then I went down left, and I did about like 11.9k. It's really good damage, but I just felt it was very cumbersome. It felt very much I was watching for my Doom Winds to come off cooldown a lot, and I really didn't really like the play of this. I prefer the lava build with the Venfear. You're just gonna love it. Okie dokie. Moving on to Necro, and just bear with me while I get my Necro stuff. There we go. And Necro. You wouldn't really go Plague Divisor. For some reason, the last time I saw it on Icy Veins, it was Plague Divisor Merilith. But they did say you can go Bonesmith Hamir. I did try it. I did shit damage on that. I did amazing damage on this. So, I mean, following this route as well. I don't know why it's there. Maybe it's just there because they were doing something I wasn't on the Icy Veins team, or something like that. I'm not saying, oh, I know better, do it me. I think do your own research and find out. I did. It didn't really pay out. Then I went to the Bonesmith route and I did miles more damage. Anyway, the big bad of Necro damage is Lava Winds. Lava actuators again. Primal lava actuators again did the most damage for me, even compared to the big bursty build that Necro can do with Doom Winds. Lava did more damage. It from my things. The will thing I will say, guys, if you did more damage than 12.3k with Doom Winds without sets, then please comment, because I would love to know how you've done it, because I really struggled. I really struggled with the Doom Winds and the Necro build. I really did. I find it a little bit cumbersome for me, because the best way to get most out of it is to use your Covenant ability, obviously, beforehand to get that good 40% haste, and then put your Doom Winds down and stuff like that. So I was just really struggling with that. I did use Ascendance with it once on one dungeon. I didn't really like it. Again, I think the most thing is Elemental Spirits now. It's just so strong. But, I mean, if you've done otherwise, then please tell me. But again, the most thing I did with the Doom Winds build is I ran that, and I kept Hot Hands on one of them, and I did use Storm Flurry, but it's probably that's the main go-to. I did keep Fire Nova on one, but Elemental Spirits did a slightly bit more, so that's probably going to be the cookie cutter for the Necro, but it's totally up to you. As I said, I did 11.11. Did I say 12.2? I think I did. I can't remember what I said, and I can't remember because my notes are just everywhere at the minute. But yeah, it was really nice. Anyway, if you're gonna go Doom Winds, you switch that out for Unruly Winds. That's pretty much all you need to do. It's literally it. Apart from that, it felt good. It did. But I said because it felt cumbersome for me, so But the be all, the bad all, the big bad, as I said, was the Primal Lava actuators. It was just slapping. You'd use this kind of build here. You'd use these, that kind of stats. It's just like, I did so much more damage with it, because you gain. I mean, I was just rocking off. I was rocking out Primal, the cov ability to get like 40% haste, and I was just going mad, like whacking lava lashes out, left and right. It was good. It was really good. Witch Doctor's Wolfborns with the Necro is pretty much the same as the Primal Lava actuators. I kept pretty much all of that. It did okay damage. Like, I am going to say this now, every build is going to be different. As soon as you get your 2 set, it's more viable. As soon as you get your 4 set, fuck me, you are a god, son. You're just going to annihilate. I have not got any set, and I did reasonably well with Necro. I personally think Vemfear was just slightly better than Necro, which does kind of, even from my own thing, you know, it did feel nice because I quite like the Vemfear build, but everything with Necro, it felt reasonably okay, and it was just like, apart from that nice little haste buff that you can get a little bit bursty with, it was a bit like, it was okay. I'm not saying that it's bad, but it was okay. Okie pokey. Going on to the next build is Night Fae. Just bear with me. Right, so you know, Night Fae, you gain, it's just pretty much you get your feral spirits off cooldown straight away, and you gain like a shitload of crit. And then, but I say it like that, but actually, you know, like you've got to bear in mind that it is bloody good. You're not going to go Night, you're going to go Dreamweaver. You're going to go Dreamweaver because of this. Field of Blossoms. Fair Transfusion puts flowers at your feet, increasing your haste by 15% for 24 seconds while you're standing it. You're going to go to the left, you're going to go in the middle, Magma Fish, you're going to get Focus Lighting, and you're going to put Essential Extraction, which reduces the cooldown. And it does reduce it to, well, I think it's 1 minute 4. It's 1 minute 4. It's fucking beautiful, that's what it is. Night Fae is lovely. Now, I did get in a bit of a commenting war in PTR, and people was like, you will always go Night Fae, you will always go Night Fae. And from my testing, you were wrong. You was wrong. Vemfear does more damage. It really does. Like, I think it'll gain more damage Night Fae. If you've got your 2 set and if you've got your 4 set, you are probably going to do more damage in Night Fae. You really are, because I can see it. I can't really test it for myself at the minute. If you do more damage in Night Fae than 11.9k, please comment, because I would love to know, just to give my viewers, when they go to the comments, they can go, right, well, I've got my 2 set, right, let's see if anyone's commented and look on the 2 set, and same with the 4 set. Or you can do it, if you really want to do your homework, you can look at logs, but to be honest, that's a lot of digging about, and you've got to find people and stuff like that, and it's just like, yeah, I've done it a little bit, and 11.9k is probably the middle. You know, the higher end people are doing a lot more, but I suspect they've got the 2 set, because the 2 set is just, and the 4 sets. But yeah, but in terms of that, Lava Actuators for the Night Fae is good. Lava Actuators is gonna, you are gonna get sick and tired of me saying it, but it's fucking beautiful. It's fucking beautiful. You know, the haste, you know, especially with the extraction. Let's see if we can. Let's see. You know, goes up to 52%. The crit doesn't show with my double legendary. The crit doesn't show because obviously it goes off with the more people you hit it. But you can pretty much get this off cooldown. That 1 minute 5 straight off cooldown again. Which leads me into Witch Doctor's Wolfbones. This is the build to go. Night Fae, Witch Doctors, Wolfbones have got beautiful synergy. You can just whack them out. You can just whack the wolves out, and you've got the upgraded wolves. Your wolves are off cooldown. Fucking every pack, you do nice damage, and it'll only go higher with your 2 set and your 4 set and more better gear. Unfortunately, as I said, and I keep repeating, I don't have it, so I can't see it. Hello darkness, my old friend. But yeah, it's beautiful. It is good. The Doomwinds build does have some synergy with the Night Fae, as I've said in one of my other videos. As long as you synergize when you get the big burst of haste and your tank doesn't pull them out so you lose that haste, it does nice. I did about 11.8 with the Night Fae, which I thought was very nice. I did a little bit less than my Necro, but I still felt a bit like, I still felt competitive. It didn't take me out of my normal rotation as much, but So far, I would still rate Venf, Necro, Night Fae. However, as soon as you've got your 2-set, 4-set, the Night Fae starts to creep up somewhere teetering above here. But yeah, and you know, the conduits are really, really easy, and the talents again are pretty much cookie cutter. You're just going to be doing this. You really, really are. Even with the, you know, even with the wolf doctor, the witch doctor's wolf bones, you're just going to be doing them. You're just going to be doing them. It's simple as. Maybe when you get your 2-set, 4-set, you might start creeping into elemental blast to give yourself that that extra bit of stats or something like that. But I can't see it. But I will tell you about with it just to be once I do get it. Now, Kyrian. I'm a Kyrian boy. I was a Kyrian boy throughout entirety of season 2, and I was laughing at people when people was like, "Oh, why is an enhancement shaman doing keys as Kyrian?" And I was like, "You don't know shit, pal, because I will beat you at DPS," and I did, and I still fucking do. Kyrian is just so good. He's so good. I love it. Like, this is bias. Like, this is bias. It's bias alert, bias alert, bias alert. It's fucking good. All I can say. Just try it, guys. Just please try it. For the double Lego, I went the lava build again. I did about 12.2. So it wasn't the highest. I think Venf did 12.4. It did do 12.4, and Kyrian did 12.2. However, what I will say is what I did say before, is that my Vesper Totem damage absolutely annihilated everything, and I think it was the key that I was doing. I think if I did a Necrotic Wake with it, I think if I did a what's another good one? A Sanguine Depths with it, I would have done a lot more, especially if I got a bit of a ballsy tank to get them big pulls in, and you just go Vesper Totem and carry on with the normal rotation. It's just going, and then, you know, the only thing I do say is that some people on Reddit and stuff like that, they've said, yeah, but how do you get them healing charges out? You know, you've got a talent into you know, you've got a talent into Earth Shock and just spam it. You know, that's not really good. It takes you out of your rotation, blah blah blah. And I think, you don't have to. I don't. Like, I used to always play Kyrian as a sense of using the Vesper Totem to get some off healing off to help your healer. So if you keep that in mind, that your Vesper Totem is there not to just do damage but to also help the healing, it will then help you. Your healing stream counts as a heal. Your healing surges, your chain heals count as a heal. And then what I do is I pump some chain heals into the group to then get off that damage. And you're probably thinking, and you'll be right to think this, but average shaman, why not use chain lightning? You'll do more damage. Chain lightning's free capped. It's free capped, people. But if you compare the damage you can do with that one chain lightning compared to that one thing you are going to get off with that 6,000 anima, that then it probably evens out. So I mean, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't really waste like a lot of Maelstrom, but if you've got a lot of Maelstrom and your healer was like struggling, then lock out a chain heal. If not, you can use the Earthbind Shield. I did, and I found it is quicker. It was quicker. I've got to say, it was very quick. I just go, and it's gone, and then I lob a healing stream down, and I've got my 3 things from the healing side, and then I just focus on the damage side. But usually I will go damage first and healing last, because you're just naturally going, rah! But you can get it off straight away. Like, especially if you pop it straight at the start, it's, you know, Flame Shock 1, Lava Lash 2, Sundering 3, or Fire Nova. That's your third. That's done. That's all your charges you're going to get from the DPS side. Then you can focus on the healing side, healing stream. You know, within about 8 seconds, you've pretty much used them up. Which my Vesper Totem is never usually up longer than 12 seconds because I've used it up. It's done. It's done its job. It's buggered off. I've got the damage. I've got the healing. next fucking pull, please. So it just depends on how you guys use it, because I'm really used to playing Kyrian. I'm that used to playing Kyrian. People are asking me, how do I get good at Vespertorm? And I'll have a chat with them on Discord, and they'll be like, oh wow, I've just got to get used to it. It's like, you just really do. It becomes part of your rotation, and it's just smooth. But yeah, Doomwinds is uncapped AoE as everything, and I did an overall of 11.6k with this. It was in I can't remember what bloody it was a necrotic wake. We did wipe on the top thing. Though, the tank tried to pull too much and we wiped. So I was on about 12.6 there, but because of the wipe, my overall went down. I was a bit gutted because if the healer was a little bit quicker, or the tank wasn't such an idiot, because the healer was like, oh, I've got no cooldowns, and the tank was like, meh, and it was just like, oh fuck, and then we failed, and I was like, I think I could have got more out of it. I will say, with the Doomwinds build though on Kyrian though, I am very good at it, because that's all I played last season. The entirety of last season, I was Doomwinds and Kyrian. So please don't think that you can be like, I mean, you can do, but don't be like, yeah, I can get up to 13k. It is possible, even with the Necrolord, with the Doomwinds build. If you're used to it, you're just naturally better. Your muscle memory, your fingers, your keybinds are just going to be like, and you're going to be okay. But I didn't really struggle with the Doomwinds and that. I didn't use Ascendants. I got bored of using Ascendants because I was like, I'm not really getting the most. I felt like I wasn't really getting the most out of it. I went Elemental Spirits, and I feel like I got a lot out of it. So I would say to you, the viewers, have a play about, experiment, do some 10s with a friend, and then just like, oh, I'm just going to do this, or a 15 if you're that good, you know, and you can experiment in 15s. Personally, I'm still after some fucking 15, so you know, that's here and over there really, but oh, that's a good cup of tea. But yeah, apart from that, with the Kyrian build, I didn't really use any more build. I did use the Witch Doctor's Wolfbones, and it was okay. It was okay. The damage I did was about 10.9k towards the end of the dungeon. I just think it was the dungeon group rather than that, and I've tried it again, but it was one of them. I think you really, even with Kyrian, even with a lot of things, unless you've got your 2 set and 4 set, you're not really going to be running Witch Doctors Wolfbones. And even if you've got your 2 set, 4 set, as long as you've got Elemental Spirits, you would still get a lot out of using Lava Lash and Doomwinds, I think. You know, once I get my set bonus, I'll do some testing and I'll do another video. But yeah. Anyway, guys, that was the video. We are at 27 minutes and rolling. So my results are this. Venfear is top dog, followed closely by Necro, then it goes Kyrian, then Nightfate for me. I am going to put... You're probably wondering, why is Nightfate at the bottom? This is a personal list for me. I do expect you to do your own research. Do your own testing. You know, if you've got a couple of hours and you're bored, get yourself into a key. Use a Lego you've not used before. Use what I've said on here and then test it. If it works for you, beautiful. If it doesn't, it's okay. It's okay. But yeah, I mean, personally, I would love to rate Kyrian higher than Venfear, because I'm a dirty Kyrian boy. But I think the facts and figures speak for themselves on there for me, and 9 times out of 10, I do play Venfear. I have been playing a lot of Nightfate as well. Necro as well, because I just like the primordial wave spam. And then the elemental, then the lightning bolts that you get out of it, it's like, and they'd be like 6 lightning bolts, and your damage, you just like, ba-ba. You know, it's absolutely lovely. It's quite bursty. By the end of it, you know, your lightning bolt damage is like 20% of your damage, and you're just like, yeah. So it's pretty good. It's really nice. Apart from that, I've got really nothing else to say. Apart from have a cheeky like, have a cheeky comment if you want. Cheeky subscribe always goes a long way, but not needed. I hope I've covered everything. I think I've covered everything. If I'm not, I'm going to be absolutely pissed off. because my notes say that I've covered everything. But yeah, I hope you like the video, guys. I've done a lot of testing on this, and I'm looking forward to now doing some keys to just relax. So yeah, the double legendaries, you will always have the Unity legendary. Apart from that, I think it goes up to whichever key, because Enhancement Shamans at the minute, guys, we are very versatile. So if people need a Necro in a Plague Fall, then go and be Necro. You're not going to lose that much damage. You're just really not. The damage margins are so close. It's not like, oh, I can't even give an example because I haven't even been playing any of my bloody alts. But you know, they're really close. So if someone needs a Night Fae, I will go Night Fae. If someone needs a Venthyr, I'll go Venthyr, and vice versa. If they don't need that, then depending on what mood I am in the day, usually I play Venthyr. You know, so there's that. Apart from that, guys, again, hope you like the video. Hope it helps. And as always, thank you for watching An Average Shaman. Good night. Thank you, guys. Thank you.